What's up, everybody? And today we are doing the first episode of Let's Talk, and we're going to be focusing on Brandon Ingram today. Now, for those of you who don't know, Brandon Ingram is a lanky, small forward in the mold of a Kevin Durant type of player on the Duke Blue Devils. Currently this season, through the first 15 games or so, he's averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds, about 1.5 assists, 1.5 blocks, and 1.5 steals to go along with, you guessed it, 1.5 turnovers. Now, the thing about Brandon Ingram so far this year is he's really come a long way from the beginning of the season. In the beginning of the season, he looked lost as a player. He didn't really seem to know how to fit into this Duke team. Coincidentally, once Emile Jefferson got injured and Brandon Ingram was able to shift down to the power forward position, he was able to get a mismatch on the other team, and that's really helped him out. But interestingly enough, it's also helped him out on the defensive end, as his shot block numbers have really risen a lot. I mean, his past 2 games, he's gotten 6 blocks and 4 blocks, and those are some crazy numbers. Now, it wouldn't surprise you considering his frame at 6'9", 190, and a wingspan well over 7 feet. However, I mean, he's been more of a perimeter player throughout his career, so the fact that he's shown an ability to block shots on the interior is a great sign for him moving into the NBA. Now, the focus of this video is going to be, can he play in the pros? What type of pro player can he be? Currently in mock drafts, he's being projected as the number 2 pick to Ben Simmons of LSU, and you guys have all heard about Ben Simmons and his abilities, so I'm not going to go there, but I'm going to say that Brandon Ingram does have a chance to challenge Ben Simmons, and simply because of his scoring ability, and you don't really see players like him very often. I mean, he can get off his shot whenever he wants to, and that's similar to a Durant or like a Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, he has more of a frame that fits a Kevin Durant, but he does have the ability to get his shot off whenever he wants to. Now, the thing about Ingram is the passion going to be there? Is he going to have the work ethic to want to get better? And what he's shown throughout the season to me is he does have that passion. And I mean, sometimes he has this blank look on his face, like he's not all there, but I think that's just how he acts, and it doesn't have anything to really do with him as a player. Now, the couple concerns I would have about Ingram going into the pros would be his weight. First of all, yes, you can add weight, but I mean, at 190 pounds and 6'9", it's going to be a tough time for him playing with these NBA players in their pro bodies, at least in the early stages of his career. We've seen Durant really have very few, if any, problems with that, and he's added a considerable amount of weight throughout his career, so I don't think that's going to be really that big of an issue for Ingram once he gets into the league. Now, he's going to have maybe a little more difficulty separating from some of these pros, where the athleticism level is greater. And I think some guys like an Al-Farouq Aminu or some of these wing-type defenders who are also long like Ingram are going to give him fits at the next level until he learns how to adjust. Now, the one thing I want to harp on about Ingram that I don't think people give him enough credit for is his passing ability. He is never going to be a 6-7 assist player, but he can turn himself into a 3 to 4 assist guy, and he does have the ability to drive and kick to players. He's shown a great ability to drive into the paint and leave a entry pass off to Marshall Plumlee for a dunk, or look back out to Matt Jones for a three-pointer. And I think that's a great sign for a young player, knowing when to make the smart play and not forcing a shot. I see Brandon Ingram in the NBA as a 20-point scorer, honestly, and I think he's going to do great things in the league. He just has too much potential, and he has such a freaky skill set that I don't see him, flopping out and not turning into a great pro. Alright, guys, that's what I think about Ingram and his pro potential. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button.